Oh! Oh, it's come off. Oh, I'm really into one. That is amazing. Hi everyone, I just wanted to give an overview of this new pole that I've bought. It's a Daiwa Matchwinner MW4 pole. It's on a good price on Angling Direct at the moment. I think it's because it's going out of production, but it was a good price. It came at the right time for when I needed to get back into pole fishing. I've just been prescribed glasses, so hopefully I'll be able to see the float now. Which is why I've kind of gone back into pole fishing now. And basically I tried to find details of this online and I couldn't find anything at all. There was one video by Angling Times a few years ago, and they kind of brushed over this pole, but the actual review itself was just about the MW3 and MW5, and this was just kind of lying there on the video, not used or not featured. So based on the RRPs, I think it sits somewhere between the 3 and 5. I emailed Daiwa customer support and they said that it does kind of sit between there in stiffness, but they are completely different poles, so I don't know what they mean by that. But it's a 16m pole package. You get 3 tubes with the main pole sections in. So one is the full pole with a match kit inside, and then you then get your next piece which takes it to 13.8 metres, and your next piece which takes it to 15.5 metres, and then you've got a little 50cm extension to take it to full 16 metre. You also get 2 blue tubes, although one of the blue tubes I've taken out and I've just put the other spares in one of the spare sections there. The spares you get, top kits wise, you get 4 of the side puller kits, one with a larger bore. Not too sure what the bores are, but the details are in descriptions online. And you actually get 2 match kits, which isn't in the description online. So I got 1 extra match kit, which I wasn't expecting. All those spare kits are top 3s, and you also get the cupping kit as well, which requires just a bit of filing and gluing to get the adapter in to the end of the kit, and also it needs just that little bit of twisting I found to extend it to the same length as the top 3 kits, but it does match the length when you kind of twist and pull a little bit. And then you get 2 cups which screw into the little thread that you glue into the tip of the zoom kit. So it's a bit of a pain you have to do that, but it's not really much of an issue if you've got a file and a bit of super glue. Good thing is about these side puller top kits, not that I'll really use them much because I tend to do silvers fishing rather than commercials. All those are pre-drilled and everything ready to go. You do need to buy the bungs and elastic, and obviously whatever connector you use. I tend to go for Stonfo, and it all comes in this zip up, although it's a soft case holdall. It does have this extra little section at the top, so that there I can put my rod tube with my feeder rod and waggler rod in as well. So I've also got my pole and my other rod as well, so it actually can replace my other 6 tube holdall. So I'll get it all out now and then just give a quick overview. I haven't got another pole to compare to because the last pole I used was a Maver 2000, which is over 20 years old now, so it's not really fair comparison, and I've not tried any of the Daiwa poles to see how it compares, but we'll get it out and hopefully the video will show you how stiff or how light or how it looks on the lake. So these are all the top kits that you get with the pole package laid out. There's zoom cupping kit, 2 of the match top 3s, which have got no side puller on and a more narrow tip, which we'll show shortly. Then there's 4 with the side pullers. Again, no bungs included. They have got the bushes that go into the end. and one of these has got a wider diameter as well for thicker elastic. So ignore I put little labels on to show what elastic I've got in, but they've peeled off, so a bit of a pain. Here they are all lined up together. That's with the thread glued into the end of that cupping kit, and you can see hopefully that this one here is just a little, got a wider bore for thicker elastic, and then you've got 3 matching, so they're all the power kits with the side pullers. These are the 2 match ones with a 4mm bore end. In one of these I've put some old MIDI high-vis solid 4 to 6 match medium, which you can't get anymore. This is some new piece of elastic, some Drennan power pull. I think that's 5 to 7. I think it's probably the equivalent, so I'll probably replace this one with what I've got left of the pink Drennan power pull anyway, because I didn't realise I was going to need to buy some more, so I might as well have to match in both, but I'd already done the purple one before I bought the pink. But anyway, that's nothing to do with the pole itself. So that's all the top kits you get. So you get the cupping kit, 4 side puller kits, all top 3s, and the match as well. They all are all generic top 3s, so all the Daiwa UK made poles, all the same bore, so they will all fit the top 3. So if this is going out of production, then at least you know that you can get spare top 3s. I have also bought a spare top 4 because the depth I normally fish to on the canal would need a foot number 4 section. Unfortunately, it was sent in a post in a flat cardboard box, so that was snapped in transit. So that's being collected by the couriers and being sent back. But I did test the fitment of both ends to check it does double fit, so that I can get a replacement sent through. I did also buy generic number 5, but that does not fit, although it's generic. It's not as generic as they describe. So up to the top 4, all the UK made Daiwa poles all fit this particular pole. If you're looking for sections from 5 down to base, it might be a bit trickier to get, but obviously there's always repairs as an option. It might be that I just need to get the right part code, I don't know. These are them all laid out now. Oops, as I trip, I'm not landing on a pole luckily. First thing I should say is that I think I need to upgrade to pole rollers, hoping to get away with these cheap foam ones. I can just cut the lips off these, so I will try that. But yeah, probably need rollers now. I've got a decent pole. This is a 50cm extension. This is a 15.5. Well, it makes it up to 15.5 metres when you put this section on. This one makes it up to 13.8, 12.2. There are 8 numbered sections before you get onto these ones. I don't know whether these are all parallel, so you can all fit the extension onto the end of any of them. I haven't tried that yet. And then next step is just to put a rig on, get that set up. I'm not going to do like a full pole demo. I'll just ship it out so you can see kind of how he looks held out at full length, comment on how light it is, etc. Again, I've got nothing to compare to really. But yeah, if you want any advice using poles, I'm not the person to speak to videos to watch really. You've got loads of channels for that, but I'll just focus on how this pole looks when it's shipped out and how it goes with the cupping kit as well, because I've not used a proper cupping kit yet. So I'd imagine the ones I've seen people using, the poles bend quite a lot when you've got a big ball of ground bait in there, so that's probably going to be my most nervous part. But yeah, let's see how we get on. Alright then, so I've got a rig on, I've got a plummet on. I've mixed some ground bait up, but it's a bit too sloppy, so hopefully it'll dry a bit while I'm getting all my rig set up. And let's see how the pole looks when it's extended fully out, and as I put each section on. I've fished this beg before, but I've not float fished at the full 16 metre kind of distance. I'm not too sure how it goes. I've got probably about 2.5 foot on there, so hopefully we can reach somewhere in the region of the island. A bit more on 3 foot. Oh, here come the geese. And that's how we look anyway. So depth looks about right there, which is tap 4 out. Let's put on sections 5 and 6. The only thing I have got to compare it to really is I've got a 5 metre Drennan Acolyte Pro whip, and I've also got a Preston system whip, 8 metre system whip. We're a bit under depth there. So far those 6 sections all feels nice and light and stiff. Let's put a bit more depth on. Nice river starling imitation there over the woods. Of inches over depth there, so we'll leave it at that depth as we go across the lake. Just putting on sections 7 and 8. Should point out that I haven't actually got my glasses yet, so although I'm testing this pole, I can't really do a full session on it, because until I get my glasses it's no point being prescribed, is it? So this section, so to section 8 it must be about probably 11 metres. And just over this one, it takes up to 12.2. Hopefully you can see in that video. It's still pretty stiff. Don't forget we've got the weight of a plummet on there as well. It's just putting a slight bend in the tip. Just hold it to the sky so that makes it easier to see. Still just a couple of inches over depth, so we still seem to have the same depth across. Quite hard work just holding that the end of this while I put the next section on. Not the strongest of guys. Just notice I've not got the section liner. You've got little arrows on each section that you line up. It's easy to see the ones with the numbers on, but as soon as you get to the base sections they're kind of the opposite way around to the actual logos that you've got on the pole itself. So this is taking it out now to, where are we? As it say, 13.8 metres. This is a bit of a challenge for me. I've caught my feeder line, that's annoying, isn't it? I knew I should have moved that. Ship it like that then, get that sorted. So I think I'm going to struggle at this kind of length. This is a full, not full, this is a 15.5 metre pole. And this is probably where a spray bar comes in handy there. The good thing is I can just about see that pole, that float. Just about pole length, pole height over depth there, a couple of inches again. Oh, here's my elbow there. So that's with my elbow resting on it. So there's a bit of flex in there. So it is heavy, but it is stiff. So I'm going to take a couple of inches off the depth. I've not got my 50cm extension on, but it's not going to take me much closer to the island there anyway. And let's try the cupping kit, see how that handles, and see how I'll handle it more, shall I say. So, in my cupping kit there, just scoops in some Van der Nine Turbo, very sloppy, it's a bit like a sandcastle really. It should be okay to swirl up, it's thickening up a bit now, it's absorbing the water, so it's not as bad as I thought. So let's ship this out and see how the pole looks with a full cupping kit on. More importantly, see whether I can get it to the full length. Dropping it in the water, you can see there it's got quite a flex, but it's pretty much the same as when I've seen watch other pole users do it. The question is, have I got the technique to stretch this out without dumping it all in the water halfway towards my target. It takes quite a bit of practice, this, you know. Whoa. Just trying to put in on my 8th section. Like I said, don't watch this video on my channel for techniques, because I haven't got them. Well, I just about got away with it, I think. Let's see if I can get it to the 15.5 metre. That should be over by the time I've got this in the water. Crosswind then, just catching me, it's the first time the wind's got me. That's at 12.2 metres there, just a bit over. I'm going to leave it there. That is at 13.8. I haven't got the strength to go the full 15.5. Oh, there's me cupping kit emptied. Oh, that looks like just like it does in the pro videos. We'll take that last section off there because I haven't got the strength to handle that. Whether that's the weight of the pole, whether that's my strength or not at all, I don't know. Like I say, I'm fairly fit. I'm not strong. So maybe I need to start doing weights at the gym instead of just running. Let's get that cupping kit off. Try and catch a fish. Just wanted to do a little summary piece. I've not had a bite yet, although I've just lost my maggot off the hook, so I think I probably had a bite and I couldn't see my float. So. But again, it might be down to my strength, but this is at 12.2 metres. It's very manageable at this sort of distance. I can lift it up, I can flip my rig out nicely. As soon as I put it up to 13.8 metres or 15.5 metres, the last two sections without the extension, that's when I'm kind of out of control a bit and struggling to hold the full length of the pole. Oh, there's a bite. Oh, we can actually have a fish on there. It feels like a little roach. No elastic coming out. Is it still on? Yeah, like I say, I'm very inexperienced. It's a tiny roach, tiniest fish in the world, with poles at full length anyway, so I might need to build my strength up, but I'm certainly impressed with it. Nice little roach on a single white pinky. Yeah, so I'm impressed with it. 12.2 metres, I can easily manage that. And it'd be interesting to see how it compared to a MW3 or an MW4, and likewise how the price compares to a 13 metre pole package, because it might be that I only ever use an extra 3 or 4 metres, very extreme requirements. Yeah, maybe the last half an hour in a match and I just need to push out that little bit further, or I do fish a wide canal basin normally, so 12.2 metre will obviously get to a certain distance, but it depends on whether the fish push out that little bit further, so whether there's the need for that extra length. But if you're not paying for that extra length compared to a 30 metre pole, or not paying much more, then it might be worthwhile doing that. Oh, there's another bite. Too slow to react to that one. At least we've got some fish now as well to report on. Right, nice and responsive. It's 15.7 elasticity. Again, I need to get into the habit of where the best points to unship. This is a 3 metre length rig, so I need to ship at that one, but case of working out what point you unship halfway. Like I say, I've not got a pole roller set up here, just another little tiddly roach. So I am having to ship halfway, and when I'm using it on the canal, there's no space behind you, so you have to kind of Ship it, either break it down section at a time or have your rollers or rests to the side of you and twist it around. So it's a little bit of extra complication. That's up to section 5, then this is putting on 6, 7, 8 and 9. Over 12 metres. Looks like the fish have found my bait. I've catapulted quite a few pinkies out, as well as that initial scoop of ground bait. Bit of a crosswind there, so it's just pushing against the pole. It's still manageable at this length. Oh, there we go. It's a bit slow to react to that bite, but there's one on the end. Oh. Little dip first. That was a bit smaller, I think. It is good though, although this is a tiny roach, it's good to know that going past that full length of pole, it's still got the kind of, it's not so wallowy that I'm just bumping them off. You know, sometimes I think that on a long pole, by the time I've lifted into it and that reaction has sent down the length of the pole, it's kind of absorbed that lift and meant the strike's not sufficient enough. I've not had any of that issue at all so far. I've not missed a bite on these little tiny fish. Bit tricky to see my float again now the ripples have come back. I can just about see that it's there, so I might miss the minor twitches, but if it disappears, hopefully I'll see that it's not there. A little one on the end then. I don't know how long he's been on there. Too busy taking a photo for a still for the video. There's a little roach. I'm just going to do now I'm just going to try to see whether these last logos. A little bite first. Another little tiny rope. What I want to do, if I get an interruption from the fish, not that I'm complaining, is check to see whether the last logo sections are all parallel, to see whether the extension can go on any one of those. So obviously it will add half a metre onto any of the end sections if that's the case. So that's at 12.2. This is the extension. Yes, it does, they are all parallel. So you can just put that little, I think they call it a dolly butt as well, don't they? People that know. You can put that little extension on there, so that's just brought me an extra 50 centimetres. That's taking it to the 12.7, so if I've been fishing at 12.2 or match, I just want to ship that little half metre section out instead of the whole next section, which is a full metre and a half. Again, that's another manageable length there, to be honest, that extension on. Let's see if we can get another little roach with this on. Crosswind's a bit of a challenge there. The rig's staying in place, just a bit more strength needed just to hold the pole in place. I think when you're holding 13 metres of pole, I don't think there's much you can do, you know. You're always going to have some kind of resistance against the wind. Even the best poles, I guess, would have that problem. I guess the slimmer they are, the more resilient they are to crosswinds. I've got one on the end, it's just not, well, as far as I could see, there are no indications. They might have been twitching the float but not taking it under, I suppose. Again, hopefully glasses will solve that problem. But I'm going to put this on back and call it a day for this little pole overview video. Hopefully it's been a bit informative for those wondering what the Daiwa Matchwinner MW4 is all about. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again soon.